Hi, I'm Edith.
I'm Mandy.
We are from Property Bank. Today, we are right here at Raffles Place, and Raffles Place is undergoing some major changes. You see the grass patch here, you see right behind. So a lot of changes because the workforce is definitely returning back to CBD.
Yes, that's right. Today we are going to look at a building that's still undergoing an incredible revamp, that is the Singapore Land Tower. And today we are so excited to show you what are the great features that is coming on the way.
Yes, and indeed, this will be also, besides showcasing, we're going to see a very beautiful whole floor, high floor. Stay tuned. And of course, let's talk a little bit about the location. Location itself is so strategic right at Raffles Place. And for those of you guys who know Property Bank, this is our home, Singapore Land Tower. And the strategic location right at Raffles Place MRT is only getting better because we'll be fully sheltered to Singapore Land Tower. And on top of that, the buildings surrounding here are also grade A buildings like 6 Battery Road. Then you have 1 Raffles Place, you have also 30 Raffles Place. And amongst all, if you are talking about Raffles Place, I would say that that's the reason why we are so selective on our office that we selected Singapore Land Tower. So shall we?
Yes, let's go. One of the major revamp of this building is actually the ground floor entrance. The lobby area has been expanded and it has now it's been a high ceiling, and the front will be installed with glass facade and overseeing the exterior as well as allowing natural lights to come in.
Right now, once you at the basement, cars can actually drop off there. Plus the fact that there's end of trip facility. And on top of that, grab a coffee right here. So this whole space have been transformed. Not only that, with the QR code access into the building, you see shorter queues. And on top of that, every floor, the toilets are all transformed. So as a tenant, I really enjoy this space very much.
Yes.
And yeah, and also the amenity center.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to take a look at the
indeed.
space. Well, but before we head up to the office, let us take a look at the tenant amenity center.
Let's go. Now we are at the Exchange. So this is another tenant-centric facility that's made for the tenants.
So you can actually book a meeting room if you run out of meeting room space in your office, as well as if you have overseas clients or auditors coming to your office and you do not have a workstation to host them, you can actually come and book a workstation for yourself or for the auditors.
That means to say that you can optimally plan your workspace. And on top of that, if you have many guests that you are hosting for your product events and so on and so forth,
or even
there
town
is
hall
level for your town hall
yes.
itself, where you can also book for town hall plus auditorium that is sized up for up to 200 pax. So this is a very rare facility in Raffles Place itself.
So you do not need to step out of your office, or you can done it within that same office building.
So a revamp to the building is not just about making the exterior nice, but also the software. And that's where the landlord has to be tenant-centric. So from the bicycle park to this end-of-trip facilities,
there's also the locker facilities as well as the shower area for tenants to refresh themselves. They even provide the hair dryer and the hairdresser as well. So to begin your day, you can cycle to work, have a quick shower and freshen up to start your day.
And after your evening night out, if you wish to continue working, you come back here, refresh yourself, and up you go, working hard.
Now we are on a full floor of 15,165 square feet of office space with a breathtaking panoramic 360-degree view of the city skyline.
And in fact, you are at the height of Singapore Flyer. Well, if you look at this view, you can see Marina Bay Sands. And not only that, you see the Apple flagship store that is floating above the river. And of course, you know, the Arts and Science Museum, which is over there. And I remember that it brings in good fortune with the flower blooming for the tenant over here. And let's also check out further as we walk around. So this is another great angle to look at. So that's the flyer by the side, by the angle, and you'll realize that it is so magnificent view that you see everything from the river all the way to the MBS and all the way to the open sea. And in fact, at times where there's fireworks, you don't have to be squeezing with anybody else, but yet you can see this, and this could be also a staff bonding where you can even organize a family day where everyone sit here and enjoy the staff benefits of being on a high floor at Singapore Land Tower. Here you'll see the Singapore River, and I love seeing the boats sailing around. And on top of that, you see the shophouses and also the parliament. So it feels great, that you are above the actions and you don't have to really go down and catch a cup of coffee. Just stay chill, stay cool here. And let's talk a little bit about the building features and the unit features itself. Look at the it's almost like column free. In fact, a lot of design elements that you can even do a test fit for this whole floor. You can fit in about 220 to 240 packs. Also, the ceiling itself, the lights, it's not the boring grid, it's uniform. It looks, the color itself, it has passed the Lux test. And the magnificent feature is definitely when the windows are all open up from, it's almost like a bay level all the way up, so you have really good view. So really, I can't find anything that is really no good about here. This is all plus, plus, plus all the way. Think about Raffles Place and you will say that there's not enough new buildings. So today we hope that we have corrected that misperception. And look at what's behind me. That's really like unblocked view for the next many years. So Singapore Land Tower actually takes on the role of making the office future, so future-proofing it. So imagine today, somebody in the 20s or the expatriates that will cycle to work. So there's end-of-trip facilities and there's transitional space, not immediately jump into the office, but cool and chill, pick up a coffee right at the reception, and then way up to this unit itself, and you can see the magnificent view all throughout. And on top of that,
you can also use the tenant's amenity center, we call the exchange, where you can book a meeting room, you run out of meeting room space, as well as like board rooms, and even like multifunctional rooms for auditorium as well to have your town hall. So all this will be ready by end of the year.
And on top of that, being a bit zen itself, other than what I say, cool and chill at office, there's also the rooftop garden, which is in the process of being completing. So I would say that this is really a perfect choice. If for companies out there and you need one whole floor and unblocked view and all the above, I would say that this is really the perfect choice, and you don't need to be seen small with a 15,000 square feet in a much bigger size building. So this one, you have one whole floor by yourself.
Yes.
Give us a call, 8333-1338.
Or drop us an email at us@propertybank.com.sg.
And remember to click like for more useful contents like this, where we can take you on a tour in 10 minutes.
As well as share and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next video.